Welcome to the Depth Perception Podcast.
We go in depth about the perceptions and misconceptions of optometry,
which includes the business of optometry,
social issues within optometry,
and life as an optometry student.
Coming straight from Dr. Jasdeep Singh Soni,
Dr. Nadia Afghami,
Dr. Douglas Akiti,
and Svetlana Nunez. We hope you enjoy this episode.
Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Iveric Bio.
Iveric Bio is the company that makes Izervay, the FDA-approved injections for geographic atrophy found in late-stage macular degeneration.
Izervay slows GA progression by directly targeting a key source of retinal cell death and loss of photoreceptors.
Here is a quick video from our sponsor.
Sight. It awakens us to the present moment, guides us through essential daily tasks, shows us the road immediately ahead, and a future we can only hope to witness. Sight gives us hope, but retinal diseases can take our sight away, along with the hope that goes with it. At Iveric Bio, we see a world where vision is preserved. Our mission is to deliver transformational therapies for people with retinal diseases so they can live with hope in sight. The freedom to drive, the ability to work, the comfort of looking into a loved one's eyes, or the simple confidence to knowingly say, I see. Iveric Bio. Hope in sight.
Welcome back to the Depth Perception Podcast. How are we all doing today?
2024, we're here.
New year. So with new year comes new goals, new values. Who's excited for this year?
Me, I have a new mic. I'm excited.
Me,
Okay, that was a little much.
Yeah, so it's only the 4th, and you already did something new for the year. Small or big, that's great.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, JD, and my money spending.
Of course. We're a podcast. What else are we going to do? So, today we're going to talk about goals, value setting, something that I'm really excited about, especially with the new year coming. I think we all have that. When you go to the gym, I'm sure you see everybody there coming in all at once in the beginning. There's a reason why, right? Like we got a new year here. It's a refresh. I don't know if anybody has goals or values they want to kind of talk about or how they kind of went about that process. Anybody want to throw out anything that they want to do this year or why they thought about it, why it's important? Any thoughts?
Well, a school goal I have is to pass part 1.
Beautiful. Good job. Where's the cheering sound?
Coming soon.
Okay. Insert here.
You know it's always delayed.
We'll edit it so it happens on time.
That's a great goal.
Any other goals? Or yeah.
Throw out a goal.
Somebody else share
just
another
one goal?
Okay.
For now, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a whole list. But Nadia, you can go first.
Okay. My goal is to appreciate time off. I think last year I was very focused on I got to do the best of my job. I'm going to see all these patients. And now I'm feeling the burnout and I feel like, I just got to slow it down. I'm not going to be afraid to ask for time off, even if it's not paid. I just need that time for myself sometimes. And I'm not going to be afraid to kind of ask because at the end of the day, the people in my life that aren't going to replace me are my friends and family, and the people that can replace me are my job. So I'm going to put my energy where it counts.
I like that.
I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What about you, Doug?
For me, mine is similar to yours, Svet, but just added. I want to just pass all boards and be fully licensed by summer. Those are huge goals for me. This year is gonna be the year that I make it happen. So I'm just counting down the days until I got my license in my hand. I don't know, is it digital or do you get a paper? How does that work, guys?
You have a number.
No answer. Okay. NPI number.
Can you hear us? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not an NPI number. That's different. The license, I got mine from Florida in 2 weeks. I think California's takes a while though. It's 15 weeks or something like that. So
yeah, I heard 3 months or something.
That's annoying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Hopefully not.
But yeah, I think I got a piece of paper. I think I got a card. Actually, you know what? My dad laminated it, and he's like, "You should carry this in your wallet." And I said, "What's it good for?" And he said, "When people say, 'Are you a doctor?' you can show them." I was like, "Okay."
It's like your little FBI badge. I'm a detective.
I was like, "What is this for?" And he's like, "So you can show people." I was like, "Okay."
Have you ever shown anyone?
No.
Mm.
I don't
Wait,
want people
real
to know.
quick.
You know,
You
when we're on
did
a plane-
Florida. Question. You did Florida. Is there like a little boards or a test you have to take for Florida?
Florida has like a licensing exam that you take in North Carolina.
Difficult?
It was like open book.
It was 25
but-
questions, something like that.
Yeah, it was like 20 questions. But I had to schedule it on the day I was taking part 3. So I literally took it at like 7 a.m. And then I took part 3 at like 12 or whenever the second round was.
Oh, wow. Okay, JD, what are your goals?
Great question. Let me pull them out here real quick.
Oh, wow. For those who can't
four-
see, there's 4 crumpled pieces of paper JD is holding.
I mean,
Okay.
even if they didn't see it, they heard it.
They are crumpled because they're with me every day in my wallet for me to look at.
I know
Oh,
that's
wow.
right. Yeah.
Wow.
Is it one goal of paper or?
Great question. Let's go over what I got here. So
I'm
I got
excited.
goals. For example, one of them is to be on time because I'm always late everywhere, and sometimes when I'm late in clinic, it gets me carried behind, and it's a snowball effect.
Got
So
it.
being on time in general, whether it be personal or professional life, that's a big goal for me.
Nice.
Waking up in the morning and drinking proper water, eating breakfast. I want to start doing yoga in the morning, meditation, affirmation, visualization, journaling, and exercise. So I've been waking up for 5:30 the last 4 days.
Wow.
Awesome.
Congrats.
Early bird
The
gets
list
the
goes
worm.
on. Thank you. But not only are there goals on my list, I've been reading a lot of books and they talk about, yes, being specific with goals is helpful, but also not just measuring yourself to the goals, it's also measuring yourself to values. So for example, if you say, hey, let's say you want to challenge yourself, right? I want to see 5 new patients a day. Let's throw an example, right? That might not be in your control, but if your value is saying, hey, I want to work harder every day, that's something you can control. So I also have values on here, and I also have goals. So even if I don't reach my goal, I try my best. I have values I'm living by that remind me, hey, are the actions I'm taking every day actually following what I want? And so I think that's like helpful for us to like keep in mind, and maybe we can talk about some values or how we can think of goals and values for ourselves, and maybe our listeners can kind of gain something from that.
You know, before we started this podcast, JD told us all to think about goals and values, and I am reminded about what I was thinking of. So, besides passing part 1, I do have more goals, but I wanted to share for anyone else that's like listening. I think when you're in school, you only focus on school. So I feel like honestly, one of my only goals is to pass part 1 for like the next, I don't know, until March. And then by March, I could think of something else. But when you brought up values, I was thinking of more of like my faith and something that I've shared with my friends. And my boyfriend is like, I want to read my Bible every day and actually like open it up and read it. Because I think when you're in optometry school, it's just hard to, I don't know, like sometimes I forget to pray. Sometimes I forget to read my Bible, or I just go to bed and like don't realize everything that God's doing in my life. And I think it's like a student. It's not just a student thing. I mean, you can be busy in life with work and stuff and like forget to do those things too. But that's something that I value, my faith. And that's something that I want to do. So thanks, JD, because you reminded me to share that.
That's crazy. It's crazy you mentioned that because, yeah, I put like categories for this topic, you know, like professionally, spiritually, physically, and like travel. Those are my 4 categories. So reading the Bible daily was one of them. Actually, I had on mine as well. And kind of just like also for me, like taking the time, like spend like 5 minutes each day and just like praying and like just talking to God, just building that relationship personally.
Yeah.
Along with that, you know, physically, I want to get back to playing in a basketball league and, you know, get back in the gym and get down to 200 pounds, you know, travel wise. I want to go to Mexico. I've never been, but I'm from Cali. Like everyone's like, how have you never been to Mexico? So I want to do that. But also like Japan is like my goal for the year. I really want to go there.
Yeah, they've had some tsunamis and things lately, but I wanted to really go to Japan too. Yeah, I mean, great. The faith thing is very important. I think, especially, I mean, we're all mostly, I'm of the same faith. I know JD's maybe a little different than us, but yeah, reading our Bible is important. Just having that time, whatever you believe in, just to spend time kind of meditating, as JD mentioned, right? I think there's a lot of things that we can all agree have been kind of sad lately going on in the world, and just being grateful of what you have also helps you accomplish your goals, because otherwise, if you don't share gratitude for the things that you have achieved, it's like, you know, you're always just going to the next thing, and you're never going to have like that inner peace to like really enjoy reaching all those goals.
100%.
What about personal goals? Like, what are our like relationship personal goals for the year?
I think personally, I'm kind of like jumping off of what Doug said. I don't really have like a certain like weight goal to me, but I want to be consistent in the gym, and consistent for me right now would look like going to the gym 2 times a week, because ever since I got my child, Mari, I have not been going to the gym. So my gym life has been horrible, but we do go on walks. We go on very long walks, but I want to get back into the gym. It's just been hard with the baby.
Oh, wow. The baby.
Yeah.
By baby, she means her dog, just in case someone doesn't know. I like that you have categories, and I like SV's getting excited here. She's just throwing out all her ideas as everybody's kind of putting it out there. I myself, my values that I'm trying to follow are challenging myself with self-development goals, whether it be finances, mental health, career, doing exciting and fun activities like rock climbing, pickleball, yoga, fitness and physical and mental health, friendliness. So being social is a value that I want to live by, and being confident and decisive. I feel like that's something I want to remind myself every day. Is this something I'm doing with confidence? And this is something that represents me. And I think that us outlining what's important to us will help us do that. Is there, you know, we're talking about goals here. We're talking about what we want. Another concept that comes up in the book is something called a stretch goal. A stretch goal is saying, hey, me thinking about something outrageous, like an outrageous goal, like I'm going to run 100 miles in one day. Like by me thinking of something crazy that I'm going to do, that I'm going to be able to reach it and get closer and doing my best, even if I didn't think of that crazy out number. For example, if I just said I'm going to run 10 miles, but I said instead I have this goal of like 100 miles, by me saying this crazy goal, I can like achieve more. Is there like a crazy stretch goal that anybody can think of that they'd want to do for their personal or professional life?
Actually, I do have one. I would say it involves more money. My crazy stretch goal is to make $500 a month, and not doing like an actual job like on campus or anything, like doing Instagram and like partnership and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Stretch. Anybody else have a stretch goal?
I think I said my goals in the 2023 Wrapped about the podcast and how I'd like us to be at Vision Expo next year, or like upcoming, doing our pod thing. I think a lot of my goals personally in social media especially has been focused on the pod and growing this with you guys. And you know, it's nice because we have a good little team here, and I think we have a lot of potential, and people are starting to recognize us a little more, and we're like hitting it every day. So, you know, just throwing it out there, I'd like to be at 10K followers by the end of the year. So get ready,
Go
Get
follow
to
Nadia.
10K.
10K.
Oh, right now. Let's get to 10K.
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
I like it.
That is a stretch, because I think we're at 500.
Things can change.
Let's get to 10K.
One viral video can get us there, guys. So, you know, start learning those TikTok dances right now.
Okay.
Okay. JD, I feel like you'd be good at it. So,
The dances?
yeah,
Yeah, I'll have to practice.
all on your shoulders here.
We do it for the stretch goals. I can't.
But I
blame
get what you mean. Like, you know, I think when I was, you know, not the pod specifically, but my own personal Instagram, I was like, I'm going to get 10K someday, you know? And I had to achieve like little things along the way. I was like, okay, what's the next thing I can do? Like, what's the next thing I can do? And so, you know, now I'm blessed to have this kind of audience, but I think the pod can do that too. So now I'm like, okay, how can we kind of reach the next step? How can we get more engagement? How can we stay more involved with social media? How can we be more entertaining? And, you know, I know we kind of talked about that kind of thing last time off pod, JD, about like brands and things like that. And I think just collaborating in any goal is important because we're all learning from each other, and we don't achieve goals on our own terms, I guess, if that makes sense. Like there are some goals that are personal that you can do, but a lot of goals take collaboration, I believe. So
I like that.
Yeah, I actually
I
had
think
that
that's a great
on my
idea.
list as well. I had that on my list for the pod to collaborate with more partnerships. That's a goal of mine for us, and
Mm-hmm.
hopefully we can continue to build these relationships and have more partnerships because
Yeah.
we need more friends. They need us and we need them.
I would say a stretch goal for me is to listen to 24 audiobooks this year.
Oh,
well, you have those nice long drives.
I do have long 3-hour drives once or twice a week here, so
So that is
definitely
nice.
helps. But I feel like audiobooks are what give knowledge and help us keep growing. Like we went to school, right? And we learned so much, and then now that we're out, of course you're learning in the real field. But like it's cool to like all these books that talk about whether finances, health, whatever. Like I want to keep applying this stuff. Like so that's what I'm excited to do.
yeah.
I love that
I
for
guess
you.
I didn't mention a stretch goal, so I guess I would just say to establish a partnership with a professional sports team.
Nice.
Stand on that.
I like that.
Well, if you guys don't know, I'm super into sports vision, so I want to be able to collaborate with a professional team to be working with them, doing sports vision and vision therapy type things with the team. But even if it's like to initially start a collab and just like get my way to work my way up into that, that's a goal.
I love
You
it.
know, I forgot to share a random goal, but you're gonna like this one, JD. I was on TikTok and I was watching this video of this mom who does like an ice bath every day, and she even does it while she's pregnant. And I was like, okay, when I do my rotation to Long Beach, I'll do an ice bath with JD.
Oh
Because if you don't know, JD's like into ice baths and stuff. So I was like, that's one of my 2024 goals.
Done. No stretching necessary.
Yeah.
Get ready for 40-degree cold, but you're gonna love it. After you come out of the water, you're just gonna be alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you've told me about it. So I was like, I need to try it.
That's a good one.
All right, so we got some goals here. We got some values that we mentioned, and we got some stretch goals. Any long-term goals? Not even like let's say 10 years from now. Is there any thoughts from like things that you're doing now about anything long-term that's gonna happen for you?
I'd like to open my own practice.
Really, I didn't know that.
Ditto.
Yeah, I love working for people, but I feel like I want to work for something that's mine. And you're building these relationships, and then you don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. I could just, who knows? It's like you're not in charge of your own kind of practice at that point, even though you're in charge of kind of your patients in the moment, right? So I don't like that. I want to grow with people. I want to be in a place that I can call home, even if it's like a small, like one exam lane kind of deal. Like I just like to, grow up with my patients and have that kind of relationship with them. I'd like, dry eye, like when we talked to Dr. Solani, like I've been Dr. Solani, if you're listening, I've been trying to convince him to open a practice with me. So if you're listening, Dr. Solani, so we'll see. So long-term goal, like I'd like someone to be mentored by, I guess. So owning my own practice, maybe not like completely by myself, but like, a partnership in that way so I can kind of grow and learn.
I think you can do it.
Thank you. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yes, you can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, kids, I'd like some hoodlums in the next, I mean,
Yeah.
if we're talking about like a 5-year period here, owning a house probably near the end of the year is going to be happening soon. And kids hopefully in the next year or two. So we'll have a little mini pod member soon, guys.
One, I would love to be a tia to your
Yes,
child.
definitely.
And then 2, you should hit up my mom because my mom can send you. My mom's a realtor. She can send you somebody. And she also knows like banks and stuff that can get you a good deal.
Perfect. I'm on my way. Cool. For the practice or for the house?
For the house.
Oh.
For the house.
What if we opened a practice together and we called it like the depth practice or something? That'd be cool.
Well, that'd be so cool.
You guys down?
Not in Vegas. In Cali, yes.
In Vegas. It gotta be in Cali.
The taxes in Cali are so much that there's no way you can own a sustainable practice out there unless you're like you're like killing it. Like,
Taxes are
Well,
higher.
they're gonna be killing it. So what you mean?
Yeah.
My favorite cake shop, Lady Jane's Bakery, just closed because they wrote a whole thing about how they can't own a business in California. It's very sad, guys.
That is sad.
Anyway, that's that.
But we're gonna be balling.
Right. Anyway, long-term goals. Anyone else? Like, what about by the end of the year? Like, where do you guys see yourselves? Like this time next year. Like, what are the things on your list that are like must achieve? Like this, like it's like ride or die. Like whatever you have to do, it's gonna happen. Like what are those like top 3 things?
Guys, I feel like I'm so focused in school. The only thing I can say is passing part 1. Because even
And
if
then
I
after
fail,
that-
even if I fail in March, I can retake it in August. So by the end of this year, we've passed part 1. But I'm trying not to fail.
And then after that, what, like, you're gonna pass for sure. So, and then after you pass, what's the next bullet point that we see yourself like January 2025?
January 2025. I mean,
That's part 2.
January. Okay, so yeah, part 2, and then also applying to
Until
residency
December.
and doing residency interviews. Because by January 2025, I'll be graduating in May, June.
Mhm.
That's kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah. Doug, top
Yep.
3, like January next year goals, like must have, like ride or die, like this is happening.
Oh, being licensed. I don't know,
I'm going to check back
guys.
in next year. So I want to know what the list is. Cause I'm going to be, going to be checking in and making sure we're all holding each other accountable.
Finally getting that 6-figure salary. That's a big goal.
There you go.
And, I'd say like at least travel to like 3 places.
JD, what about you?
I relate to some of the things that Doug was mentioning. I want to increase my income or money coming in from whether it be business opportunities by 25%. I want to invest in a real estate property, and I want to go to Europe for 2 weeks and do a Kentucky trip.
Nice.
Nice.
A what kind of trip?
It's called Kentucky. Essentially, it's a travel group for 18 to 35-year-olds. And basically, it's a whole bunch of people who you get to meet and go out with, travel with, and all random people. And it's such a great experience because people all over the world, Australia, Canada, Great Britain, all over.
That's crazy. That makes me feel old. I'm almost at the cutoff. Oh my gosh, Nadia, we're right there.
Time
You
flies.
guys are not invited on the, what is it, Kentucky trip?
I'll be chaperoning
It
that
has
trip.
one this month. You got one more month
This
before
is
you
it.
can't go anywhere.
I know. You guys heard my candle story, right?
No.
Yeah.
What's that about?
So I'm a planner. I ordered my candles for next month already, and they came in the mail, and I was like, these are so cute. I can't wait to put these on my cake. It's the wrong numbers because I don't know how old I'm turning. So I bought candles that say 35, and I was like, these are great. And then I was like, I'm not turning 35. I'm already this age. I'm going to be 36. So
Okay, you're forever 35.
I was clearly in denial. I was like, these are nice. Perfect. I'm going to put these on my cake.
You
I
just
don't know
gotta
how
get the
old I am.
candles now that say again.
Yeah, I'm in denial. Clearly, my brain usually like mentally prepare after my half birthday. I'm like, okay, 36, it's happening. It's start mentally preparing. Clearly not. It's not happening. My presbyopia is going to kick in soon.
So what are we doing for your birthday?
Yeah, this.
Oh, okay.
We're all gonna. Who knows? What we'll do something. We'll have happy hour night. Maybe we should invite Defocus on our happy hour pod.
That'd be nice.
Let's do
That's
it.
your goal.
Yeah, I love goals. What about personal goals, like relationship goals this year, guys?
Dang, we're calling people out.
Just wondering.
And by people, I mean just JD.
JD,
I don't know.
What are our-
dating? Every single one of them somehow.
do one of your pieces of paper have the list of attributes that we can just read off right now for anyone listening?
Why not? Someone who is outgoing, someone who's open to personal growth, and someone who's fun.
Wow, that's so easy. We're gonna have. Please call in. Anybody? Hello.
Yeah.
The phone lines are
1-800
open.
the perception. We will
can
answer
email
if you're
us.
interested.
All right,
So
fine.
I didn't-
perceptionpod@gmail.com.
Oh, don't worry.
Email
We're
us.
doing the whole relationship pod.
DM.
We'll call you out then, JD. Don't worry. I
Yeah.
have
I
things
gotta,
in the
I
works.
gotta give my guy a break. I always, every time it is true. We always talk about relationships in every episode.
Okay, let's put the heat on Doug now.
Okay, Doug. Thanks for taking one for
What's
your
up?
boy. What's up with you? Yeah, what's your relationship goals this
What's
year?
up? I just want my relationship to continue to grow and thrive and flourish, and just keep getting to know each other and travel and have fun.
It doesn't have to be relationships with your significant others. I mean, like relationships with your family. You know, any relationships per se, like relationships with your friends and growth. Relationships. I'm not calling anyone out, but just in general, like just growing in these goals together. Like I said, like the people in your life who nourish you and care for you, those are the people who are going to help you achieve your goals and kind of helping them flourish and do their thing too. It's kind of a two-way street.
I think that's really funny that you said that after we skipped to JD.
Right. Not trying to call anyone out, just saying what.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
JD,
I
do
think-
you have something else that you were gonna add to the relationship goals? That's a no. So anyway,
You didn't even
I
give him
think
an
it's-
opportunity.
right.
Okay,
right,
everybody
JD.
let JD talk.
okay.
I mean, fine. Finding a potential partner is on the list. Potential girlfriend. But as we said, it's not just about the destination; it's about the process, right? So I said more quality dates, not quantity. Instead of dating 12 girls, I'd rather have half or less and be more patient and get to know someone deeper. And that's something I can control. And so it's not about the result; it's about the process. With all these things, honestly, just because your income doesn't increase or maybe you don't get to travel to that place, if you made the attempts, you pursue, like, for example, like Doug was saying, I want to collaborate with a partner, right? Like a partner for like we're talking about industry, right? Maybe there's partners out there who want to collaborate with us, but maybe they don't want to pay us, right? So maybe there's a way to still collaborate and not get paid. Like it's not just about like the numbers and like whatever the goal is. I think it's just like we gotta put ourselves in those positions and then also live with the results, even if it doesn't work out.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, I like that.
Svet, any relationship goals this year?
Well, romantically, I have my boyfriend, so just keeping that very healthy, happy, growing together. Talking about relationship goals, about more friends, I want to, for the first time for this year, connect more with my friends here at Berkeley, because then we're all going on rotations and then we won't really be with each other anymore. We'll all be in different spots, which is really sad. So I think we're all, I keep mentioning part one. I'm traumatized. We're all focused on part one, but I also think we still need to spend time together, especially after we take part one, because then we're all going to be separated from each other. And then it's really funny. My friends from college, it's like a group of 4 of us, and we're all really close. And we all talked about this should be the year where we all meet up. One of my friends started medical school. I'm in optometry school. My other friend is in San Diego working in the lab. She's like a scientist 1 or 2 now, which is like pretty high. And then my other friend works also in a lab too, but I can't even tell you guys what she does, but she does a really cool thing where she's like commuting and like fixing things in different labs. So yeah, we all want to get together. We're probably all going to meet in Michigan, of all places, because that's where my friend in medical school is going to school. So yeah, I think just reconnecting with people. I think this year I also want to be more, when it comes to relationships, I think my friends and family know that when I'm MIA, it's just because school is overwhelming, clinic is overwhelming. I'm just trying to get through things. And I kind of want to be a little better at that, better at reaching out to my friends. I have a friend in New York that we haven't talked in forever, and it's just because I'm always in clinic or I'm in school or I'm doing something else. And I feel like I love that friend. She's one of my best friends, but I don't think I've given her the time. So I want to be better at that. I don't want school to always be my excuse.
These are great goals. How do we make sure that we don't like let these goals slip as like other things come up or whatever it may be?
Nice. I also have personal goals, relationship goals.
Let's hear Nadia.
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
we'll do the
But it's
strategy.
okay if you guys don't want to hear them. It's not a problem.
Nadia, so what are your
okay, I didn't
personal
go
and
either.
relationship? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Doug.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, we
Okay.
moving. Word.
Okay, Nadia, what are your relationship goals?
Well, I thought you
besides-
never ask. This is crazy. I'm just caught off guard. Well, relationship wise, obviously, I mean, God willing, we'll be getting married at the end of the year. Stephen, don't be stupid. And then, other relationship wise, just spending time with my parents. It's getting to the point where I just can tell there's going to be less and less time. I'm going to cry. Less and less time with them, and that's such a precious gift to have them around right now. And you know, nobody knows, tomorrow's not promised, and so having them around and that kind of thing, like thinking about it, like we probably have another good 15 years maybe left together, you know, and that's it's crazy to think about. Like that's such a short amount of time, and that's going to go by so fast. And so being able to value and flourish in those relationships are important. Like Svet said, just spending time with your friends. I mean, my best friend lives in California, and we try not to let it be too long since we've seen each other. But it's hard because we're both busy. But we try to do like friend dates. You know, we're on Zoom. We try to flourish our relationship in that way too. Just making sure we're there for each other in that kind of sense. And that's for me. What about you, Doug? Do you have any relationship goals?
Yeah, I think just staying in contact with the ones who I've established as real ones in my life. I try to make an effort to make sure that I reach out and connect with like my friends who I've really established and can call my friends whenever I can. So whether it be like I'm in your city, oh let me hit you up, hopefully we can hang out, or if or it's just like, even if I'm not, but I've been in Puerto Rico the last 4 years. So now it's kind of just me trying to reconnect with people in the States again and people in my city and town. So just trying to reestablish and make sure I keep in touch with people I call real ones.
Are we on the list?
I mean, by default, because we have this thing. I
Not to
guess.
call you out. But...
Of course,
anyway,
you guys
JD,
are
you were
on
saying
it.
something before you interrupted us.
How do we make this all happen? How do we make sure we can do all this stuff?
We keep
Keeping
in touch.
yourself
and
accountable.
Let's check in like every 3 months. Let's like follow up and just. We don't have to do a pod about it, but just even if we want to check in with ourselves and check
I
on
like
our
that.
progress.
Let's hold each other accountable.
Quarterly
Nice.
progress.
Every week I'm
Hold
going
each
to
other
text you
accountable.
guys how many new followers we have. So
I have ideas actually. So like we're saying, getting more followers. You were mentioning we should make like reels, TikToks, whatever it may be, and we should all be responsible about posting it. And yeah, I think that'll hold me accountable. I could be better with posting on social media as well, more consistently.
I agree.
nice.
I
If
like
you
that
don't
we
know,
started that.
JD has a great Instagram, you guys, and he's killing it right now with his editing. So if you guys haven't checked out OptoTurban, just please go there because he has put in so much effort and he is not, I mean, I would like to see that on the pod, but I get it. It's personal.
I would love to see it here as well. Just saying.
Yeah, I would love to see some Instagram reels of JD with his little microphone and his little captions overhead, coming soon. But anyway, if you guys want more of that, go on to the OptoTurban page. He is great about financial information, personal growth. Definitely shout out to JD over here.
Why
Are you
don't-
blushing, JD? What's going on?
No, I think why do we always attack JD? Like always JD.
A lot
Like
of
I'm
not
coming
subtle
for my man for
communication
no
there.
reason.
always though. Like it's always JD.
That's okay. Humor and yeah, roasting is cool too. So that's cool. But
JD, you're like our little brother, It's like, can't help it.
oh,
My big brother, but yeah.
that's endearing.
Got to keep you accountable to reach your goals,
Thank you. Appreciative. All right, well, this is a great pod. I think we shared some good stretch goals, some good long-term goals, some good goals we want this year. Everybody, hopefully you can take some value and hopefully got some good laughs in.
Yeah. I really liked how we can hear where all of us are at.
In a walks of life wise or location wise? Oh,
Walks of life wise.
we all have different goals, but aligning goals.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm excited for us to
Yeah.
see how we progress and how this year is a big one for us.
Yeah.
Guys,
2025,
stay
Nadia.
tuned.
I hope that you met Joe Jonas. You know, that's a good goal for you. So I'll check in then.
Okay.
All right. Well, until next time, guys. Thanks for joining.
Until next
Bye
time.
bye.